what if the present could change the meaning of the past? Yeah, quantum physics has proven the choice now can influence what happened before. It's retro-causality. And there's the funny thing, it also works for our thoughts. The retro-causal frame, your past, yeah? Maybe you failed an exam, you didn't make it to the team, you were embarrassed, you did maybe something stupid in front of others, people mocked you for it, whatever. But that is the past. You can't change the past, but you can change the perspective of how you look about things. So if, for example, some shame, something that you experience is part of your current identity, okay, but you can change the meaning of the past. You can look at the lesson. You can see it as resilience training, as a first attempt. I know for myself, how many times did I fail as a child? A lot of times. So did I let it define me? No, it was a lesson. It's the reason basically why I'm standing here, why I'm doing the things I'm doing. But I also saw other people that let the similar things affect them, and they're still in the same loop. So see it basically that you can change what something meant in the past. You can change it every single day. How? It takes effort. It's not easy. You have to take the right language and push through it. So the final question, what does this have to do with AI? Everything. So first of all, if we want to create BCIs, right, we have to create this infrastructure. Why? We have to know what happens here, because if you put an fMRI on your brain, on your head, and you talk with someone, you can basically see what happens, what brain regions are active and which ones are not active. So, and which ones are more active, which ones are dormant. If you want to change this, you map by talking about how I feel, what I'm excited about. Something lights up here and something else stays dormant. So now, for example, let's think about a person who is in therapy and who can't help himself even with medications. And you see, like, the amygdala is very, very red, and there are certain parts in the brain that are super highly active, and certain others which should be active are dormant. You see this, you map this. And now, on the other thing, in 2 to 3 years, we can map this to a level down to the neuron. And maybe some of you will be even working on that. I don't know, but it's a great field to be. On the other hand, if we know which one are active, which one are not, we already can stimulate actually dormant regions in the brain with brainwave therapy. We can do this already. And there is even no need for implementation for an operation. We can do it from the outside. It's still not perfect, but again, like, we will make a lot of progress within the next 3 years in this. So what we can do then, if we can see how a person thinks and which regions are active based on their semantics and their syntax, we can also change this and make, for example, a depressed person feel great again. And that is why semantics and syntax are so important. But on the other hand, everyone should know this, because, like, this is super crucial in your own evolution, that when you're stuck, basically, if you want to achieve something and you can't do it, it's just because your brain is not wired right now in the right way. So you have to get the skill, the knowledge, and then dedicated time to learn and to progress and the right surroundings. And then bring this into AI to solve your problems. Stack multiple agents together that do what you previously need 10 persons. So if you're just a specialist, you might 100% be replaced. 100%. So become a polymath and then an architect. Master multiple disciplines together and think about ways how to improve it. Literally, you already get an edge if you know how to plan projects, because most projects are over time, over budget, and think or plan too optimistically. Why, again, plan too optimistically? Because people have a thing like dopamine talk. Have you ever heard, like, a person who is bragging about their goals and saying, yeah, I will achieve it, and then he will not achieve it in the end? So why is it? Not because this person is dumb or stupid or so ever, but by talking about it, he fires all the dopamine basically that's required to achieve this goal. So sometimes it's better like not to tell people about your goals. Keep it for yourself in order not to release this dopamine. Your body tells you, your mind tells you basically when to do it and when not to do it. Okay? So become the polymath, become the architect, and then go for it. Because AI is the ultimate specialist intern. And here's an example. So before it was, or like specialists use AI, write me a viral post. That was Pressmaster, for example, at the beginning of the year. We could write you not always a viral post, but we already, I would say like in 50% of the cases, the posts went more or less viral. Now, from this week on, it will be like this. AI extract my expertise compared to what is already out there and build a 45-day series for all platforms in the right formats. On top of that, it analyzes basically other people in your industry, what they're saying, and gives you a better message to compete with them. So this is like a whole team. Normally like 10, 15 people, you pay them 80K per month to achieve this. With Pressmaster, you get this for $96 and plus usage costs. So what we build is basically the thought amplification engine. Yeah. So personalized intelligence. We feed all your ideas, your journals, your pictures, your videos, trends. We have an app you post in your videos or whatever you see, social media posts, and you collect it in your brain. Yeah. And then your content, or basically like your ideas, your background info, is categorized in ideas, research, creative assets, personal reflections, and dozen other of more categories. And then there's a flywheel effect. Every interaction fuels a feedback loop. New insights creates new expertise, new context. It's a synchronization also between AI and you. You learn, you get something back. It forms new connections. I basically built the brain, what I was thinking about 10 years ago. Funnily enough. Can I play it somewhere? Let's see if this works. So this is how it looks like. You upload everything into the app and it forms something that looks like this, like a hypergraph. That's the correct way to call it. And you can click in it and it forms new connections. The more you interact with it, the more you upload it. And this interacts basically as a second you. And the second you posts automatically for you in a way that you want. It communicates for you. But here's the thing. This is just the basics, because what you see here is, this is an interface, right? It's your desktop. And on my phone, it's also an interface. This works beyond this. It works, like I said right now. This is what we will work on very, very, very hard. And maybe in the future, I will work with someone of you about this, about a BCI, bringing this into the BCIs and changing communication forever. Like amplifying communication, thinking faster, overcoming challenges faster, problems, steer our biology in the right way to overcome thinking and problems faster, and also to train us to speak better, faster, because English is not my native language. I have to think all the time and organize how to transfer communication from me to you, to synchronize ourselves so we can understand each other. Yeah. And this is the thing that we are building right now. This is what I mean by architect. I would never ever build this if I wouldn't start it with advertising first. Because in advertising and copywriting, you're bringing people to read an ad and then thinking, I need this product, and this is possible, that I envision myself with this product. In the moment somebody buys, his identity changes. It's not that he uses the product, but in the moment he buys, he's overcoming. It's like the same mechanism of suspense, by the way. That's the buying mechanism. It's the same thing. You buy, you get a dopamine hint, it's a suspense. It's the same thing. If you're a guy or girl and you're dreaming about your luxury car or a house in the future, that dream is there. And in the moment, and this dream forges an identity that also makes you act in a certain way. And when you buy this car, for example, in that moment, you're putting the money on this, you are reinforcing this identity. Not like by driving it. It's the buying purchase. It's the same mechanism with suspense. So I would have never built this if I wouldn't have an understanding of marketing and advertising, of psychology. I hated neuroscience when I was a teenager in biology. I couldn't remember what is amygdala, right? So now I'm fascinated about that because I see the purpose. I can connect it to these things, and I know how to build better AI, how to build solutions that people want. And the next thing is software payment. It gave me so much information about how to build teams, software teams, great teams, in order to pull this through and to guide this. So I became the polymath and the architect, and without that, this would never happen. And I will work very, very hard on that this will be something in the next few years.